Hi.
Hi,
Hiya,
hi,
you
nice to
okay?
meet you. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you?
good. Thank you for coming on a call. And I guess these calls just kind of are just really just to to know a bit, like get to know you a bit better. Then, if I feel like what you're trying to achieve, your current situation, is something that I could actually, my company could actually help you with, then I can kind of like show you what we do, our approach, what makes us different, our offer, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess my first question was, I know I haven't spoken to you like prior to this call. So could you just kind of like tell me like what was it that kind of made you, I guess, like actually reach out in the first place?
Um, I'm always looking for ways, obviously, to get new business in.
Hmm.
I've been with a couple of marketing companies. One was good, um, but expensive, and the leads came really good at first, and then sort of slowed off a little bit. And it was a bit of a faff because it wasn't it couldn't connect properly to my booking system. So I was trying to like run two lots of appointments and there was double bookings and everything. So it was a bit difficult. The next one was a guy I was promised where it was more, everything was integrated. It was going to be just everything in one place. It'd make my life easier. Anyway, it wasn't even running properly. He was still testing the system. So that was a bit of a nightmare. Um, so yeah.
Okay, right. And the one that did work then, you said it was too expensive. Is that in the sense like it wasn't giving you the return on investment?
It did do it first, but it sent me as a small business. It sent me over the VAT, so then I've had to go VAT registered, which isn't good for like a small business, really, is it? Unless you go right the way over and make it worth your while. So it's kind of like just over the VAT, but now I'm registered, so I'm having to pay VAT. So at first, it was the first campaign we did was really good. I got a really good return, but then after that, it was just sort of like tailing off.
Right. Okay. And what were they like doing? So they were sending you leads and were you just kind of booking the appointments?
No, it was all through what's that system called?
High level.
Lead Connector.
Yeah. So that is high level. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
is
the one
it?
everybody yeah, that's the one everybody uses. We use it too.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so they were sending and were they texting them as well, texting the leads?
I think so. I think they come back via text as well, but it's mainly go, through that system,
Right.
which was
Yeah.
through Google Calendar.
And when was that? Like how long ago was it?
That was last year. I did it till trying to think now. It's probably from about March to about October, November, something like that. I did it.
Mm. Okay. And I guess then, like, what has made you kind of reach out now? Like, what are you trying to like?
Because things are sort of tailing off a little bit for me. I mean, I've got a good client base, which I market to myself. Obviously, just sending newsletters and doing the odd offer and stuff. But I still feel like I need to sort of get some new business in.
Right. And in terms of your like aspirations, then, because like some clinic owners say, "Oh, I want to open up another clinic and hire doctors," when some clinic owners just want more of a kind of consistent, sustainable client
Yeah,
based them to fulfill their passion. Would you say that's more
that's
you?
me. Yeah, I'm
Right.
too
Okay.
old to do. I mean, yeah, yeah. I could, but it's no, I'm too old. I keep having to
Yeah.
pull myself back into check.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And in terms of like monthly recurring revenue, where are you at the minute, and like what are you kind of looking to allocate towards marketing?
Well, it's not about that really, is it? It's about what you get back for that cost, isn't it? Really.
Mm.
Now the last, I'll be honest. So that company I was with was £1,300 a month for them, and then plus all my Facebook ads, which was £20 a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that soon mounted up, which was great when the in the first month they brought like 13 grand or something in. After
Mm.
that, it just tailed off with different campaigns. It wasn't doing as well.
So basically, it's really like you're willing to kind of try new solutions. I mean, if that's like if your goal is to get to like just a consistent loyal client base, what are you currently like planning on? Like why wouldn't you do this yourself? Like what are you looking for a marketing partner?
Um, why wouldn't I do it myself? Because I don't know how to do it properly, setting up Facebook ads, so I don't want to be wasting money.
Okay, and like let's say, we could potentially help you. When are you kind of like looking to kind of get going and starting to get, new clients through the
Straight away.
door straight away? Okay, as soon
Yeah,
as possible.
yeah.
Right. Okay, so what it sounds is like you're very focused on Facebook ads, like that uh, you seem to quite like that way of getting clients, which is very good. Um, it's a very good way of getting new clients. At the minute, you're just looking for a new marketing partner because your last one's kind of tailed off, and you're just kind of looking for a more consistent flow of new clients. In terms of your time, like, because if we were to send you 100 good quality, appointments or like requests to get booked in, like how are you able to, do you want to be kind of like making the bookings and on the phone and answering questions?
I don't mind doing that if they're, genuine, proper leads rather than just loads of time wasters. Um, so if they are good
Right.
leads, good quality leads, I don't mind doing that because I think it's a lot of the time it's better coming from me, the one who's doing the treatment anyway. And I'm okay at that. I can convert people quite easily once I've got them in.
Okay, so to maximize, I mean, we have packages where basically I do have a team of in-house medical professionals
Yeah.
to my marketing agency, but I think that will probably be a bit overkill for you. However, just what treatments are you looking to push, and like what treatments do you offer? Do you have a wide variety of treatments, or is it just quite small?
Yeah. Yeah. So I do Botox, but obviously we can't sort of market that, but that's like the sort of my busiest thing. But and again, I wouldn't want to push that because I don't want any more Botox clients because one, there's not much money in it and the rules are changing. So it's one of them, isn't it? So from that to fillers to mesotherapy, microneedling, I've got a HIFU machine, I've got radio frequency microneedling, um, normal microneedling, peels, eye treatments, facials. So yeah, full sort of range
Okay,
really.
okay, cool. Where are you based?
On a little island called
Okay, right. So you're right. Okay, this will be interesting then because your like actual total like market is literally capped. It's set, isn't it?
it's they
Right.
speak just the first language.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So does that mean we would have to advertise?
It I didn't with the first company and it still worked just doing it in English. A lot of people do recommend that you do have it in English.
Right.
So it could
Yeah.
help. But I was quite skeptical at first. I thought this isn't going to work here. It's, limited. We're on it. Don't get me wrong, we're on an island, but we're really close to like university, literally like 2 miles, gone right on the edge. And so the surrounding areas. Um, but it did work just in English.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean that just basically means that there's more of a need for good marketing, but two, there's more of an opportunity to kind of monopolize.
Yeah,
I don't, is there any other clinics that are really kind of like established out there?
established, but they're not using marketing companies, I wouldn't think, because I've never
Right.
seen the flash up. There's only sort of me that goes on
Okay.
Facebook, and so it's quite a good opportunity, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. So would you like to, in an ideal world, you would like to kind of like tick along, but with close, loyal, potentially higher ticket clients
Yeah,
that you can just come in every week. You get great, it's fulfilling, you're passionate about it. You don't
yeah,
want to be dealing with kind of like discount hunting clients who just waste your time, like
yeah.
trying to be all competitive. You just want just a kind of a small client base. Well, you say small, but really, I mean, it's what is
High
however big
paying,
you want it to
high
be.
ticket is it? Yeah.
Yeah, high pay, high ticket. Yeah, okay. Right, so I've got I know exactly what you're saying. I know that we can help you. Our approach is different. We only work, in aesthetics, just like probably the other marketing agencies you were with. And in your case, this approach is going to be, um, I think will be the right marketing strategy for you. Um, so what I mean, just out of interest, the last marketing agency, what did they advertise? What offer?
Right. So they did a HIFU offer, which was the first offer, which was like the biggest one that did the most.
Mm,
Uh, the point where I was sick of doing the bloody treatment. It was back to back HIFU. So that seemed to really work. After that, we went on to doing like an under eye treatment, like a Lumi eyes. That was like an offer for like £99 instead of 150. That was busy-ish, but obviously there's not a lot of money in that, and it was nowhere near like the HIFU. Then the third one we did was the 8 point facelift, which kind of like brought sort of new people in, but most of them weren't sort of suitable for that. But I was able to obviously then convert them to something else and still use them. But again, those last two campaigns were nothing like the HIFU one.
right. Yeah, and that makes sense. And I'll tell you exactly why. The reason being is nothing to do with the fact it's HIFU, nothing to do with the fact it's a discount or like nobody wants an 8 point facelift or nobody wants, under eye treatment. Everybody wants that. You just need to target them right. The reason why it tailed off is because your market, you basically run an offer across everyone. You've
Yeah,
taken, everybody who would usually engage with your
yeah,
business and then you've tried to do it again, but at the end of the day, not everybody wants an under eye treatment. Not everybody wants, and this is the problem for you specifically, is like, so I've got clients in like London, Birmingham, Manchester, cities, and the way you grow and you get a successful campaign is you go to one treatment and you advertise it forwards
right.
because the market is so big.
Yeah,
Like you would take microneedling, RF microneedling, and then you would just do that, discount it, and send it to everyone. But that's when they've got an addressable market of like 1.5 million.
yeah,
So you can afford to do that. But the problem with you is that your market's so small. If you just take one of your treatments to an already very small market and try and promote that to them, it's going to burn out very quickly as there's a very small amount of people in a very small pond that want this one treatment.
yeah,
So in an ideal world, we would have a way where you can basically advertise all of your treatments
yeah, yeah,
in one go
yeah,
that's still as cost effective, that
yeah,
maximizes quality,
yeah,
meaning in this very small pond, like instead of targeting a very small amount of people who want HIFU in a very small pond, we're able to target whatever skin concerns these people have in a
yeah,
very small pond. And
yeah,
what that will do, that will make that campaign like last for as long as we physically can. We were dealt
yeah,
at the end of the day, we're dealt cards. We're dealt the fact that you're on an island.
yeah,
Um, That's all we can do. And the system that I have is we're the only marketing agency that can actually do this. And the reason being is because we have in-house medical professionals. We're able to kind of use them into our marketing and do things slightly differently. But like you've said, as long as the quality is good and as long as you know you're getting them through, the quality's good, and they're just generally interested, you're happy to do the calling. So what I can do, I don't have to give you these, external medical professionals to, you know, to do the appointment setting and to convert them because, you can do that and you don't want that much of
No.
like, I mean, and also you don't have the addressable market to do that as well.
Yeah.
Um, but what I can do is give you what we would do on the front end, which is the ad, that strategy. But instead of having our own medical professionals, it would be you doing it.
Yeah.
And just to put it very simply, the way it works is instead of kind of discounting your services, we don't discount your services. Instead of discounting and it all being around you, so instead of putting you in front of your local market and wanting people to kind of come to you,
Yeah.
we reverse it. So we show an interest in every single viewer that is seeing your ad. So, and the way we do that is it's a free image assessment and treatment plan. And what the campaign is, they will get a tailored kind of like medical approach and recommendations based on their complexion and their concerns, um, by a professional, which will be you. And just to go back to quality, if we are generating leads which have submitted 3 images of their face, which we do, and I'll show you this in a minute, 3 images of their face, what they're concerned about, fine lines, sagging jowls, skin texture, sun damage, what you name it. So before you call them, this is their face. They're also concerned about this. And then their name, number, and email. If you're getting that into your inbox, the quality is next level.
Yeah.
It's never seen before because we're not just getting a name, number, and email because they saw you. We've got their whole like image of their face, the images of their faces, the concerns. You can contact them, knowing why they've reached out to you. And then you basically set the appointments. And just to link it back then, just to do a full circle, when it comes to when you've got a large portfolio of treatments, this is how we advertise everything, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. It's like, so you call somebody, oh, I've got sagging jowls. Okay, you'll need HIFU or some kind of skin tightening or whatever, skin booster. Another person has fine lines. Okay, well, you need Botox. Another person has acne where you might need a peel. Or like you've got dark under eyes. Yeah, we've got that for you. Or you've got all of it and you want to do some kind of high ticket package. You can upsell, you can book them in. And what happens is that one, you're far easier to collect a deposit because this is personal.
Yeah.
You've given them value, you've looked at them and why they need your treatment. So they'll easily pay a deposit. We usually collect a £25 deposit, or a £50 deposit. And also your show up rates to your consultation. You might have had this problem with the marketing agency in the past, how on Facebook, because you're interrupting people don't tend to kind of like stick at it and actually show up for their appointment.
Yeah.
But what this is doing, people know why they are coming into the appointment because they know that they have concerns about sagging jowls and dark under eyes. You have the solution because you've told them that. They know why they're coming in and they've also paid a deposit, meaning they will always show up.
Yeah.
Um, that's our approach. Some of our other clients, I mean, obviously they're bigger, more corporate, but on this package, I mean, we usually average a 7x return on investment. And we usually charge 2,000 a month for that. But obviously, I understand, you're not having the practitioners, so I'll be able to like, massively reduce that. Um, and yeah, so we usually average 7x return on investment. And we have clients using this exact strategy, which is unique to my marketing agency, um, who get like additional £25,000 a month, additional recurring revenue from this campaign. But rest assured, if it's not working for you and this offer just people don't want to know unique, don't want a professional opinion on their skin concerns, which obviously they will do. Um, if that's not working, we'll change it. We'll advertise HighFu. We'll do whatever a standard marketing agency does. But the way we position our clients to stand out from their competition is giving them the opportunity to sustainably run this type of campaign, without it kind of relying on their time too much. Um, so yeah, I mean, and like you said, there are more established clinics around. However, they're not really doing much Facebook ads or outsourcing to a marketing agency. Those bigger kind of more established clinics could never run this campaign, because it would be too much of a time constraint on their time to be reviewing people's faces, calling people, booking appointments. Um, so they would never run this campaign, which means when we launch it, you're the only one on your island who is actually showing an interest in your local area. And that's how we're able to basically maximize high ticket, build trust, get deposits, get show up rates done. And that's our approach with it. Um, I know I kind of flew over that. Does that kind of all make sense? You have any like questions or?
No, no, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So is there anything else like you would want me to kind of like say or show you more about the in-depths of the system? We do use AI as well, because obviously we do want to try and protect your time as much as possible. So like when somebody submits their face, they'll get a text message saying like, thank you for submitting your face. We'll be in touch very soon. If you have any questions, let me know. They ask a question on anything about your business, where you're based, what treatments you offer, your pricing. This AI will basically handle all of that, meaning that you don't actually have to text. The conversational aspect of things is always covered, and it is proven. We do it as well, and they're a pretty huge academy and clinic. So yeah, and for you, as I know, like you're not going to be having the our in-house practitioners actually appointment setting. I'd be happy to do this campaign for you, and just per month have it at £1,000 a month.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Cool,
So,
cool.
and then, so do you, how long before I see some, when do I pay you and how long do I see some cash coming in, basically?
Yeah, so one of the benefits of us is this is our USP. This is the campaign that we give everyone because it's the gap in the market. So we know what works. We know, how to position it, how to target, what we need from you. So really, I mean, the work starts when you pay us. We can, uh, my ethos is under promise and over deliver all the
Okay.
time. So it always goes above your expectations. So I
Yeah.
would say a week, to get everything set up. But I mean, obviously it depends on what, advertising material you actually have ready for us just to use. Um,
What
but
kind of things do you need then? What kind of advertising material?
just images, just images about pictures of a treatment going ahead. or a picture of you in front of the clinic, or a video of somebody getting HIFU done. Um, just
Yeah.
very, I mean, most clinics already have it.
Yeah.
In that case, we would be much quicker.
Yeah.
But in terms of when we launch the campaign, it will roll in very quickly. I mean, we've had somebody sign up earlier last week, and they've already, they're already getting crazy returns. They're based in so yeah, in terms of launching the ad, that's the setup, the setup time.
Yeah.
But when we actually do launch the ad on Facebook and we start, putting it out there, that's when, it'll be very, very quick. It will come in overnight, that
Okay.
type of thing. Start generating some images. But yeah. So the next steps are what we do. We'll just take a payment. I mean, if you're okay with that, and then that's when we can get things started.
Yeah. Obviously, can you put it in writing, send me an invoice and all the rest of it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And then is there some sort of contract?
So I mean, it's at your discretion. This Zoom call is being recorded. It's mainly for your benefit, so you know what I have told you,
Yeah.
and then you can gauge that on whether we delivered that. If you would like a more formal contract of these are the services we are going to provide, we'll sign here. I can also do that. And then yeah.
Okay, yeah, not necessarily. It's more the fact that if you stop delivering, I don't have to carry on for any.
Oh no, no, no. You can cancel at any time.
Okay, all right. Um, so yeah, so obviously I'm not just going to go, yeah, here's a grand. One Zoom call, am I? Do you know what I mean? I need something to say that you're legit and you're set up and all the rest
Yeah,
of it.
so actually, what I usually do is I do have a presentation. I thought, I'd just keep it more just kind of just
Yeah,
like, talking today. Just be a bit more genuine with it. But I do have a presentation that I can load up. And it just kind of shows you who I've worked with, who we are working with, what their returns are. Because I haven't showed you any of that, so I completely
is it
understand.
is it like a monthly direct debit? Do I just pay as I go? What happens that way?
Yeah, so it's basically just a monthly direct debit. If you do want to commit to a longer term though, after the first month, we can do a deal where the per month cost comes down.
Yeah.
Um, but really, yeah, it's just it's just a kind of pay as you go almost.
Oh, okay.
Um, this is what we class a lead as. Um, Basically, you get their name, number, and email.
Yeah.
You get what they're concerned about, which is, and as you can see here, premature aging, jowls, skin texture, losing that youthful skin look, fine lines, everything just feeling droopy. It's basically down to you when you call this person. You can look at her face and then be like, oh, I have this, I have that. Oh, that, yeah, that makes sense, and so on. And actually, if you do want to kind of improve your sales skills, I can actually put you in direct contact with kind of like the main practitioner that I have who calls these people for you, just to give you some like kind of advice on how to get people thinking more emotionally as opposed to based on price. Because when you get people thinking emotionally, they'll just pay the higher ticket because
Yeah, yeah.
they believe you have the outcome. So we can also do that for you as well, included. And then you'll get people that basically thank you for offering this in the market. You'll be the only clinic on the island, advertising this.
Yeah.
So you will have people who say thanks in advance. You know, and then you can expect something that looks like this. Obviously, this doesn't just hit you at once.
Yeah.
but that will be over a space of a couple of weeks. You give them all a call, sell them on different packages and different offers that you have, or on treatments, new treatments, even if it's just a facial or a hydrofacial. So that's like kind of all the faces. So yeah, I mean that's really it. That's all. That's the whole system, and then obviously the ads. But I won't bore you with what's mates all our targeting and stuff. As I know,
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, cool. So will you send me, email me like an invoice or something for me to pay all the deets on?
yeah. I'll send you an invoice, and